Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking important things here. It's been over a year in Portugal. Do I regret moving here? When I was 18 or 19, I don't remember, I had that crazy idea of moving to Lisbon. I knew nothing about life. I remember romanticizing Lisbon so much to the point that I even started learning Portuguese on my own. Unfortunately, it all went away pretty quickly. By getting into university, I focused on getting my education first. Later, when I was 24, I already lived in Greece. I told my sister once that Lisbon was my new dream. Then again, life happened and I excluded Portugal from my plans for the next 2 years. Until the end of 2020. Video. When I visited my sister in Porto, I recall I desperately needed a job back then. And I was applying for all possible jobs in Europe. And I literally packed 5 tops, 2 pairs of leggings, and I flew to Portugal to see my sister. I thought I wouldn't need all my stuff because I didn't know if I'd get a job in Portugal or not. A few days after landing, I got a job in Lisbon. So without hesitation, I got into it. Let me tell you first the things that I find lovely about this country. Firstly, Portugal makes me feel like a free person. Usually videos like this are being created as a result of analogizing. I can't help but mention I've got a comparison between living in my country with such lovely politics and Portugal that doesn't make citizens' life miserable. And I'm talking about basic rights like access to abortion, rights for LGBTQ, fighting racism, and other few things that barely exist in Poland on the political level. Portugal is the opposite. All the fundamental rights are provided. I've never seen any racism. I've never been judged for living here as a foreigner. And I guess this is the reason why I feel so relaxed in this country. The second thing is nature. Before coming here, I thought that Portugal didn't have mountains because all you can see in pictures is the coast. Oh boy, I was so wrong. This country is stuffed with fantastic waterfalls, lakes, mountain ranges, and various landscapes spread basically all over the country. Especially in the north. I love to go also to the central Portugal. I find it super magical. When I'm in Algarve, I go to Monchique Mountains because usually the coast is super crowded in the summer. But I guess on that I will create a separate video. Let me know if you would like to see that kind of content. Another plus, it's cheap and easy to travel around the country if you're smart about it. There is a vast network of buses like Flixbus or Rede. Those companies sell relatively cheap tickets, but there's the trick. You need to book them in advance, like at least 2 weeks in advance. Sometimes though, I go to Coimbra or to Porto for 10 euros both ways, so it's a bargain. Portugal in general is a small country, and if you happen to have a vehicle here, then you're lucky. Another thing is people. I don't know what there is about people living in the southern Europe that makes them so super nice and more open-minded. I can't puzzle out if that's in the sun, if that's in the food, if that's in the wine or in their blood, but generally they are just more, and the level of hospitality is outrageous. I already talked about it in one of my first videos linked above. Seriously, this point will make me like 100% alcoholic, but here we go. I love Portuguese wine. In my opinion, Portuguese wine is of the highest quality, maybe even the best in Europe. Most of the 4 or 6 euros bottles are unbeatable. and there's so much variety. There's a Douro region, there's a Alentejo region, there's Setúbal. You know, I can talk about it for a very long time. I've already tried many bottles. Another complex yet extremely important thing for me is that Portugal makes it easier to hold consumerism under control. This is my private observation. Of course, we have shopping malls and we have sales, but we have also some small businesses that are growing rapidly, and I root for them so much. I also recommend you supporting your local small businesses if possible. For instance, we don't have Amazon here. There is Amazon in Spain, but not in Portugal, so we are not tempted by fast delivery that much. Usually when I want to buy something online, anything, obviously the world tells me to order it from Amazon, and I say, okay, let's see. I open the tab and I can see that the shipping cost is as expensive as the item, and the delivery time is usually 2 weeks. No thank you. Essentially, living in this country forces me to make more responsible choices. I'm afraid that the expansion of Amazon will force its way to Portugal anyway, but so far it's been really good. We have a great chain of secondhand stores, Humana, and thanks to that I managed to create a beautiful wardrobe for very, very little money. And I've always liked to hunt for thrifted items, so it's a place to be. Let's talk cons, you guys. Maybe starting from prices. The prices of some products are ridiculously high. I suspect that comes from taxes that are way too high. I don't know much about it. I guess that the less I know, the happier I am. But for instance, there's no such thing as natural cosmetics that are affordable, or pet care is super expensive, like for example going to a vet, getting a haircut and stuff like that. And the ocean is super cold, but I guess I don't want that to change. We have warmer seas and oceans on this planet, so let's leave it like that. Another thing, the original Portuguese cuisine is full of meat, which can be considered an advantage, but not for me. One of the best ways to connect with culture is through food. And I guess that's where Portugal and my veggie foodie soul don't get along, but all I can do is accept it. So, answering the question, no, I don't regret moving to Portugal, especially moving to Lisbon. Living here and strolling the streets is like unboxing a present on birthday. There are countless ways to explore the city, including staring at the Red Bridge. Oh my god, I have an eternal love for the 25th of April bridge. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you liked the video. That would help me tremendously pushing my video through the universe of YouTube. And see you in the next video. Kitty! Oh, another kitty! By the way, what is this thing with drinking coffee after dinner in Portugal? You go for dinner around 8 or 9, and then when you finish around 10, they offer you coffee. They ask you at the restaurant if you want coffee. Who drinks coffee at that time? How are you supposed to go to sleep? Maybe Portuguese people are not affected by caffeine? I don't know, explain this to me.